Coming up, we're going to be talking about some new Bluey episodes, also talking about a new wrestling show, plus an update on a new Predator movie. But before we go any further, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. It's Roger here from What's On DisneyPlus.com. It's time for a quick Disney Plus news roundup. Let's start off with talking about Bluey, because we're going to be getting some brand new episodes. When I say episodes, they're going to be mini episodes, and they're going to be dropping onto Disney Plus from the 3rd of July. And then there's going to be a second batch of new episodes coming later at some point, with some more coming in 2025. Now, these new shorts are going to be about 2 to 3 minutes each, so much shorter than the typical episode, but it's a way of kind of continuing on Bluey, because it seems to be at this stage now where they don't necessarily want to carry on doing full episodes, but they're trying to keep the gravy train running and keeping Bluey going. So yeah, so we're going to be getting these new shorts. They've also got a sort of first look at the upcoming series. First 7 episodes will premiere all at once, with 2 episodes airing on Disney Junior, and then they're going to be releasing those episodes on the networks, and the Red, White and Blue Marathon will also be taking place over the July the 4th weekend in the United States. So these shorts highlight funny and sweet moments between Bluey and Bingo, leaning into the playful interactions and games that further explore the characters and the world of Bluey. In the premiere mini episode titled Burger Dog, Bluey and Dingo dance to the annoying music while Bandit comes up with a plan to stop it. The additional mini episodes premiering in the first batch include Bingo 3000, Muffin Unboxing, Letter, Hungry, Free Pigs and Animals. So it makes complete sense, I think, for Disney to continue making these Bluey episodes and getting them out there to as many people as possible. And as I said, doing these little shorts are just a way of extending that franchise and keeping the interest in it. But yeah, we're not going to be getting any more new episodes for a while, but I think they've done a very good job of continuing to keep interest in Bluey with the specials that they've been releasing lately, and now we've got these new mini episodes. But are you going to be checking these out with your kids? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments below. Shifting gears now, let's now talk about a brand new wrestling comedy, which apparently is in development by FX Productions. According to Fightful Select, Disney have picked up this show. It's currently being worked on, and it's kind of going to be set in the Los Angeles wrestling scene. So this is set in within the independent scene, so not WWE or AEW, so kind of the smaller independent things that are going on there. No word yet really on how this is going to be or what they're going to be using. Apparently they do want to use more wrestlers than actors, which I think makes sense, because as a wrestling fan all my life, whenever they do these kind of shows and stuff, often they bring in actors that maybe aren't good enough as wrestlers, so therefore it shows when they're trying to do the action work, or they get wrestlers that are just not very good actors. They've got to find that right balance. I did enjoy watching Young Rock, where they kind of leaned in on the nostalgia of the show, but without actually having a lot of the big wrestlers in there. But I don't know, I mean, this could work. I mean, we've seen a lot of success recently. For example, the Iron Claw's done very well. I'm waiting for that one to hit on streaming myself. And also Heels, which is soon to be available on Netflix, where I'm going to be checking it out, because I wasn't paying for Stars. It's just as much as I want to watch the show, not paying for Stars. There's barely anything on that one, but that's just me. So I'm going to check them out when they drop on there. But as again, this is very much in the early stages. It could be years until it arrives on our screens. And also, generally with these kind of shows, is things can come and go. They might not necessarily move forward. Half-hour comedy series about wrestling might just not click, but you know, wrestling is very popular right now, but in some ways with like these kind of cycles is jumping on it now. They needed to have been jumping on it before. Just now, as obviously WWE is kind of really kind of on a high. But let me know, would you be interested in a comedy about wrestling? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments below. Shifting gears now, let's now talk about the next installment in the Predator franchise called Badlands. 20th Century Studios are working on this one. It's still very much in the early stages, and we don't know any of the plot details or what it's about, other than I'm pretty guessing that there's going to be a predator coming to Earth, killing people, and whoever is the lead, which apparently according to Deadline is going to be Elle Fanning, who you might know from the Maleficent films and also The Great. She's in negotiations to star, but I'm guessing that she ends up being chased by the predator. She then runs around for a little bit, works out a way to out-trick and out-maneuver the predator, killing them, and that's usually how every other movie's gone. I mean, I might have spoiled it there, but I'm sure that's what they do with these movies. It'll be interesting to see Ellie in here. I think she hasn't really done that many big action movies. Could be a nice change of pace for her, show a different side, and also it looks like Disney kind of looking to do a little bit more with the Predator franchise. Obviously, Prey was a huge hit for Hulu and Disney Plus, one of the most watched films, but I suspect they're going to want to take this one to cinemas first. I'd like they are doing with the upcoming Alien film, but also they did it with the Boogeyman. They're doing this more and more, and obviously if they put it out in cinemas, they can put a little bit more into it and stuff. But yeah, I am looking forward to watching this one when it eventually gets made. But again, it's just negotiations at the moment for Ellie. There's also that kind of weird thing, I think, with it being called Badlands. Is it going to be set in the Badlands National Park? Is it just in reference to it being an arid environment? Because so far, generally with the Predator films, we've kind of seen them set in the cities, or we've seen them in the jungle, and obviously Prey was sort of set in the plains. So different locations. So maybe if they said like in a desert kind of environment, that might be where they go with it. But let us know. Would you be interested in a new film starring Ellie? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that in the comments below. Let's now talk about what's new on Disney Plus today. The major new release was a new FX series called Clipped. You can watch all of that now on Disney Plus around the world, and on Hulu, and Hulu on Disney Plus in the United States. Haven't checked it out myself yet. It's a basketball drama series. Yeah, it's just kind of one of those things I'll check out. Generally with these kind of shows, they don't tend to promote them as much internationally because basketball is not as big outside of America, so that's definitely a big one. Also today there is going to be a brand new series, The Acolyte, which is going to be dropping. There'll be 2 episodes dropping later today. That's in the United States. It's going to be dropping at 6 p.m. on the Pacific Coast, 9 p.m. on the East Coast, but it's still going to be like 2-3 o'clock in the morning UK time, so it's still on Wednesday, so you can watch it in the morning. I'm going to go into a lot more depth tomorrow when I can go into full spoilers, because if I do it, I'll talk about it, because the embargo will be up pretty soon. There'll be my sort of non-spoiler review up on the website, but I figured with the video I kind of want to get in on it a little bit more than that, so I'm going to hold off until Wednesday to do so. But let me know, are you excited about The Acolyte? Am I going to be checking out Clipped? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that in the comments below. In our question today, which comes from Speculationer, who says, do you think that if there was a Marvel and Star Wars crossover movie, what era of the cinematic universe do you think it would take place in, and how successful do you think it would be? Okay, so Disney, if you are listening to this, please do not think of this as an idea. I do not want to see this. Leave them separate. Some things just need to be kept separate, and I do not want to see Marvel and Star Wars crossing over in a series or a movie. And also, Star Wars is set a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, while Marvel is set now. So yeah, just time-wise, I mean, yes, you can do the multiverse and all that stuff, but just leave them separate. I do not want to see them combining under any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, that just sounds like a bad idea, and it's just going to get roasted, and it's just not going to go down very well, and you're going to destroy 2 IPs with kind of just doing it. I mean, if they were to do like DC and Marvel coming together, it could maybe work because of the same genre. But Star Wars and Marvel, no, just keep them far away from each other, please. Let us know. Would you like to see that? Would you not? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments below. Go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. And I shall see you guys soon. Laters.